What's going on, my Trailblazing Nation? The Shooting Star Sheriff is here. And we are here to talk about the next episode of My Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 15? Is it? Are we on 15? Yeah, we are on 15, dog. We are in 15 deep, and I am with my homie, the best. He's better than the rest with Taylor Made Otaku. Say what's good?
It's good. Good to be back.
It is good to always have you aboard. So this episode was super. Can we just agree that this episode is just like the constant building of just everything that's going on right now is just, it's like next week literal shit is about to hit the fan.
That's a true statement.
I mean, so basically, it's spoiler warning, because I know I never say it, but if you have not watched this episode, click away, because spoilers about to happen in like 3, 2, screw it. So basically, this episode pretty much just deals with, all the heroes, like especially Deku and his class, they're spending a week at the internships and stuff like that. But this episode isn't really about Deku. It's really, as much as I love my son, it's not about my son. It's about his friend Ida. This man is out for revenge. The only reason he even decided to go to Hosu City is because he wants revenge. He wants to take Stain down himself. The guy that he was interning with figured that out, and he was like, bro, you are a hero. You are not supposed to use your quirks for your own personal gain. That will get you in trouble. And Ida he's blindsided by emotion, so he's really not listening to anybody. But another cool thing about this episode was we actually got to learn a little bit more about Stain and kind of like where he stands on like this, like how he feels about heroes and how he like kind of feels about like, heroes, like, just kind of like heroes in general. I mean, we just get to learn a lot. We get a little bit more exposition, or like more like back, kind of like we learn a little bit more about the villains. Shiggy and the Black Void dude, they're trying to get a team together to take down All Might. That's pretty much what the plan is now. Not to mention, All Might was pretty PO'd because evidently somebody that he knows is pulling the strings, and evidently he's probably going to be the big collaborator, a villain for this next arc coming. So Stain and Shiggy and all these other guys, they're small fries in what is actually about to be going down later on in this season. But for the most part, it's everybody training up. Deku is trying to pretty much, or Izuku, whichever you want to call him at this point. His hero name is officially Deku, so you can call him Deku. He's training up his quirk. Like I said, Ida is going after people. But Stain, back to Stain. His whole stance on like, heroes only out, like, we got so many heroes out here. They're just out here. They're for the money. They're not actual heroes. I mean, that part was kind of true, because we can even go back to Ochako, and like we understand like her reasons of why she wants to be a hero. She wants the money to help her parents out, but like at the same time, like she kind of falls under that category a little bit. Even like Mount Lady, more like Mount Thickness, but let's dog, she Mount Thickness. Anyway, but like heroes like that, they do fall under that category, and Stain is literally disgusted with these kinds of heroes. So he's kind of like trying to weed them out or whatever. But what were your thoughts on this episode, cuz? Just like in a nutshell.
Dog, it was lit. It was so crazy. Dog, it started off just with like Deku like continuing to learn how to use One for All, and then it just went straight crazy after, Stain had his entire, like, meeting with, what's that guy's name?
I call him Shiggy.
Shiggy? his entire name was Shiggy. He's like, boy, I will kill you. And he's like, bro, I don't like none of this. I don't like none of this. I don't like this dude. And it's just, like you said, it was Stain going over his entire reason why he wants to destroy heroes, and then Ida finally finding him, and it's about to get real in the next episode, which I can't wait for, but I am very, very nervous about. I want to happen to
Stain is pretty much like top tier villain, and like Ida going after him alone is definitely crazy. I think Izuku is gonna end up running into them, because remember that they did have that train accident. All these extra Nomus came out of nowhere. All these extra Nomus came out, and they're like terrorizing the city. So I think Izuku's gonna end up crossing paths with Ida and Stain. Not to mention, I did see the previews, even though I didn't want to. But Ida does look like shiz is gonna get real. Shiz is definitely gonna get real. So question for you guys out there in the audience: how do you feel about Stain's views on heroes, about weeding out like the ones that are just in it for the money, because he really wants a real hero to take him down. Like Stain's like, I want a real hero to come, like, to step up to me. I want to know how you guys feel about that. Do you think there's some just cause to this? Do you think it's straight up silly? I want to hear what you guys personally feel about Stain's kind of idealisms and just kind of views on how how do you personally feel about that? I really would like to know how you guys would feel about that as well. As far as any closing comments for me, I honestly, next week's gonna be lit. I want to see how Gran Torino is gonna use this moment to kind of train Izuku, and I wonder if Izuku is like actually gonna fight some of the Nomus, and how he's gonna use his whole new one for all full cowling. I guess that's what he's dubbed it now. So I wonder how he's gonna use that in the fight against the Nomus. So those are kind of just my thoughts just going forward. Do you have any closing thoughts there, cuz? Anytime.
I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I think the one thing that you can take away from this episode is that Ida just needs to calm down and listen to the people around him, because they definitely have his best interests at heart. And I think that he, like you said, he's too wound up on, like, he's on emotions right now. He just want to get some payback for his bro, which I understand. Since he looks up to his bro like that. But I just hope nothing bad happens to him. Also, I think my favorite part of this episode was when I saw Bakugo that never had hairstyle.
Oh yeah, Bakugo did get a haircut.
No, they just styled his hair to look like them, and he lost his mind. But
I don't know how he's lasting a whole week there. Like, I honestly don't know how he's lasting a whole week there.
Like, he's losing mind. I hope he learns something about calming down and staying cool and level-headed, because that would make him a much cooler character, hero. So that's all I got.
Yeah, I honestly think, like, at the end of this week, I feel like after the end of this whole interning thing, I feel like there's definitely going to be a lot of growth with a lot of the characters, not just Izuku and Ida, but just the rest of the cast as well. Because as the episode goes through, we are seeing what everybody's up to with the other interns and stuff like that. So it's really cool to see that as well. But anyway, that's all the time that we got here today. Definitely leave your thoughts in the comment section below about how you felt about this episode and what are your predictions for next week. For those who purely just watch the anime. If you read the manga, don't try to spoil it, but I know it's the internet, so you're gonna try and spoil it. So whatever. So try your best. But that's all I can say. But anyway, definitely. Also, if you're new here, definitely subscrizzle, and also subscrizzle to my boy Taylor with Taylor Made Otaku. He definitely does cool anime quizzes. He's opening up a loot anime box this month. It's High School DxD themed, which I cannot wait to see that. So he's definitely got a whole bunch of cool stuff going on over there as well. So definitely go check out his content. Give the man a subscribe. He'll definitely appreciate that.
I would.
But anyway, I'm Sheriff. This is Taylor, and we are going to bounce up out of here. Till next week, guys. Peace.
Hasta.